up? It's Eunice and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I am going to show you guys how I got this quick and easy makeup look that's perfect for back to school season. I can't believe it's already almost the end of July. So yeah, if you want to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, to start off, of course, you need to start with moisturizing your skin and keeping it hydrated, as well as making sure that there's a protective layer from the sun, because sun exposure can cause skin damage, and with that, it's best to start as early as you can. During the fall-winter months wherein the sun is not too high, I just use a moisturizer with sunscreen. This is the Celeteque Dermo Advanced Anti-Aging Moisturizer with SPF 15. So like I said, when the sun is not too high, I usually go for a product with SPF, but for hot summery months, I usually go for a sunscreen underneath my makeup. And I usually use the Neutrogena Hydro Boost sunscreen, which I've used a couple of times here in my channel, and that has SPF 50. But since back to school is around fall, wherein the sun is not too hot, or in the Philippines, it's during the rainy season, so the sun is not too high, this for me is enough because I'm not gonna be walking underneath the sun all day. But if you are, better go and get something that has a higher SPF. So while my skin is absorbing the moisturizer, I'm gonna go ahead and do my brows. For something quick and easy that I know will last throughout the whole day, I usually go for the Benefit Browzings. I've used the Ka-Brow and Precisely My Brow time and time again in my channel, so I decided to go for something different. And I've been using this for a couple of weeks now, and I've just rediscovered how quick and easy it is to use. So I usually just get my Benefit Brow Tool, use the spoolie to, of course, comb my brows. And then using an angled brush, I'm taking the wax right here, and I'm just filling in my brows and I'm just outlining my brows first, and then gently filling them in using the angled brush. And then for this part of my brow, I'm just going to use whatever is left in my brush and then use the spoolie to brush that up so that it has that gradient light to dark effect. And then once that's filled in, I'm just taking the brush that comes with the Browzings and I'm taking the powder and I'm going to use that to kind of lightly fill in the ends of my brows. Now this is totally optional, but if you have like stray brows and you don't want to pluck, and you forgot to pluck or you forgot to groom your brows, then just get a concealer. I'm using the Benefit Boiing Industrial Concealer in shade number 2. And again, just taking an angled brush, I am going to carve out the outer part of my brows. And that is going to help conceal any stray hairs, just making it look more clean and precise. Now to make sure that your brows stay in place the whole day, what I'm going to use is just a cheaper alternative to any brow gel. This is the Maybelline Great Lash Mascara. This is the clear mascara. I like using a clear mascara just because I don't want my brows to appear darker and I want it to have like a really natural feathery look. So the clear mascara is gonna help achieve that. Now it's time for the face makeup. I'm honestly so used to using a makeup sponge for my foundation application, but on days wherein I'm just in a rush and I need to get out the door as soon as I can, I can't really go to the bathroom, wash my makeup sponge, go back and use it, and then wash it again. So sometimes I like to skip the makeup sponge and use products that don't really need a makeup sponge. First, let's start off with a primer. I'm using the Becca Firstlight primer. You can of course use any primer that your heart desires. I'm just trying to finish this up before it expires on me. I honestly love this. This is one of my holy grail products because it actually I feel like it kind of color corrects my face, the skin on my face, but still giving it a healthy looking glow underneath my foundation, concealer, and anything that I put on top of it. I am so zoomed in and I just noticed that, so here. Okay, that's a lot better. For my foundation, I'm going to be using a powder foundation, so we'll go ahead and apply any cream product on my face first. This is totally optional, but if you feel like you have any dark under eyes, feel free to conceal it or any imperfections on your face before applying a powder foundation. So for concealer, I'm using the Benefit Boiing Airbrush Concealer in shade number 2. Benefit Philippines actually sent me the Airbrush Concealer, but they sent it to me in shade number 5. And as soon as I opened it, I was like, is this for contouring? Because it's definitely too dark for me. I've been loving this concealer because I can easily apply it using my ring finger. And for any concealer that has a higher coverage, I definitely need to use a makeup sponge because it blends it out better and it doesn't make it look cakey. It prevents any creases. But for something like this, which is more lightweight, I can definitely just use my ring finger, which is perfect for days where I need to just leave the house. So just kind of brightening the under eye and making sure that my bags from all those late nights studying is concealed. Just with a light hand so that it doesn't really have any marks and it blends it out naturally and beautifully. I also like using a liquid blush underneath my powder foundation just because it gives it a more natural look. So I'm using the Nars liquid blush in the shade Orgasm. So I like to shake this a little bit, pump a little bit goes a long way with this blush. Like this much is actually too much for my entire face. So what I like to do is just kind of spread that on the back of my hand and then smile and apply it on the apples of my cheeks. Now that we've applied all the cream products that I'm going to be putting on my face, let's go ahead and apply the powder foundation. This is actually a new release. This is the Benefit Hello Happy Powder Foundation. I've been using this for weeks and weeks now, ever since I got it. Never talked about it on my channel, but I thought it was the perfect back-to-school makeup because it's really lightweight, that it's just perfect for school girls. You don't really want to hide your skin. You want your natural skin to peek through because when you're that young, that's when your skin is at its best, and it's good to actually show that and not hide it underneath a lot of full coverage foundation. I got this in the shade number 4, and I actually used the Hello Happy liquid foundation last year. I have a full review, but I had a darker shade back then because I didn't really know how to shade match. I found out that this shade number 4 is the perfect shade for me. So when you open it, it just has the powder foundation there, and then if you push this a little bit further, open it, and it has a sponge and a brush that comes with it. So the sponge is for a more full coverage look, and then the powder is actually for just setting your liquid foundation. So since we didn't really apply any liquid foundation, I'm going to use the sponge and apply this foundation all over my face. And of course, for the areas where I didn't apply any cream products, I can just lightly swipe this all over. But then for the areas where I concealed, what I'm going to do is just lightly pat that so that the concealer and the blush doesn't move. So just to show you guys, this is the side without the powder foundation, and here is the side with powder foundation. It did blur out a little bit of my scarring and some of my zits right in this area and some veins, but my natural skin still peeks through a bit, and it's really lightweight, like I said, so it's really good for everyday, especially if you live in a place wherein it's really hot. It's not too heavy on the skin. Now, I know we don't have enough time, but I really love contouring my face. So I'm just using my Kat Von D Shade and Light Contour Palette. And then just to bring some warmth on my face, I'm using this Benefit Hoola bronzer. This is one of my favorite products because it's just really light. Now I'm just going to use this Benefit Gold Rush blush. Love this blush just because it has a nice peachy and luminous look. Now to set my face, I'm just using this Anastasia Dewy Set Mist. And for highlighter, I'm using the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. So just applying that on the temples and my cheekbones, my nose, Cupid's bow, and my inner corners as well. Brighten up my eyes because I am not applying any eyeshadow. Now I'm just going to curl my lashes off camera and I'll apply mascara after. So for my lashes, I'm just using my Heroine Make Mascara, and this is the Volume and Curl Super Waterproof Mascara. I love this because it just keeps my lashes up the entire day and it doesn't really weigh it down. And of course, we must not forget the bottom lashes. So here is the finished makeup look. Once again, this is just a quick and easy back-to-school makeup look, but if you're not in school anymore and you're already in the labor force, don't fret, you can still use this makeup look because I personally use it for days wherein I'm just in a rush and I want to look put together but still have like a lightweight makeup going on my face, so this is what I actually use. If you like this look, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and of course, don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. Once again, it's Eunice. I'll see you guys next time. Bye!